we got an opportunity to shoot this commercial, so check it out. So we got this opportunity to shoot this commercial, and when we went after it, we thought, okay, we want to do it high key lighting. And so the way we're going to go about this is that we know that we have to light it, even though we're shooting outside. So as you can see, some of this behind the scenes footage, and you already know me, time lapses and all that good stuff. We wanted, again, to do this high key lighting, you have to add light, even if you're outside. So what we were doing when we were diffusing the whole thing, in addition to diffusing it, we were adding in our own light. So that means we had to bring in all of this junk, starting with the 12 by, right? And what we call a 12 by is a 12 by 12 scrim, and we used the diffusion. We didn't use any other kind. We were actually using a quarter grid. I'm sorry, because it's been a while since I actually shot this video. We shot this commercial, and I forgot what we used. I think it was the quarter grid, but you can't quote me on that because I don't remember. Anyway, so we diffused the sunlight with the 12 by. We also brought in a bounce. We brought a bounce in with the 4 by. We also brought a bounce in with the 8 by, but the 8 by was on standby because we didn't know if we were going to use it or not. So we just built it up, put it off to the side. Also, we brought in about just a bunch of different lights because we're diffusing the light. We didn't want any hard light to come in that was not our own. And so if you're thinking in your mind, what's the big deal with this humongous setup? The idea is that we're going to control the light. No hard light is coming into the scene other than what we put into it. So, we were being choosy with what light is coming in and what light is not. So we're getting soft light from up above, and because we put the 12 by, we were good all day long, right? As the sun is going over us all day long, we had the 12 by, we were sitting under it, we were good all day long. So being outside, you're going to expect to see some hard lights. And this is why, we brought the diffusion in to soften the overhead light, and then we brought in our own lights to hard light it ourselves. So we are putting our own specular highlights on the bottles and whatnot. And I guess I haven't explained it yet, but we're shooting and please forgive me because I've been sick these last 2 days, but I had to get out a video. So what we're shooting is a commercial for a michelada, which is a mix for alcoholic beverages. And you're going to mix this in, if you're not familiar with it, you're going to mix this in with your drink, and it's going to add some flavor. So in filming the michelada, we're kind of filming the whole process of how it goes, the whole mixing process, the things that you add to it. And we're trying to make it look cool and spectacular. And we definitely use some inspiration on the internet to kind of see what did they do? Okay, let's kind of replicate that in our own lane and make it ours, but also make it look cool. So that is what we did. Again, we're controlling all the lighting. We decided to shoot this one on the URSA Cine 12K LF. And the reason why we decided to go that way is because that's what we bought it for. We bought it for commercial work. We do a lot of our corporate stuff with our Sonys, but when it comes to commercial work, we decided to go with the URSA. Now, I didn't have the Nikon at the time, but still, I believe that we would have just went with the URSA because that's what it's for. Could I have done just a good enough job with the Nikon? Yes. The ZR? Yes. We would have done the same job with the FX3, FX6, A7S III, any of these Sonys that we own? Absolutely. The tools that we now have in this day and age can do the job. The difference in what I think sets this whole thing apart is the ability to control the lighting. That's going to be number one. That's what's going to differentiate us from the next man. And I think if you're trying to do that for yourself, find something that you can replicate that you think is a good commercial if you're looking to get into commercial, and do that. If you're looking to get into interviews, find something that you think is excellent and replicate that. And then you'll know what it takes to do that. You can do that and you can put your own spin on it. All that being said, we had a really good time with this shoot. It was a one-day shoot. We started in the morning and we kept shooting all the way until about the end of the work day, which is about 5 or 6 o'clock. And we knocked it all out. And we knew that it was going to take that long. That guy's just vlogging me, vlogging him.
Okay, we're good. Stand by and rolling. Cut.
Let's go, baby. Let us go, baby.
We are shooting color chip. There's color chart. Okay, rolling a static of the product shot. This is our frame, nice and static. Ooh.
So the plan here is we're gonna dump this fake ice into that box with the camera sitting on that thing. We'll be going macro, so we can get a cool ice falling down shot.
What was that? Two, rolling.
That has got to work.
That was a lot of motion.
Let's see, because I punched it on purpose to make it whoosh.
Yeah.
And then we can. One more time. Here we go. Yours comes out a little bit. Probably we wanted some motion in it, and so we put it on the rails to go back and forth. Basically, that's a big slider for big cameras, but we don't have a Dana dolly yet, so we ended up using the floor dolly. In retrospect, when we were in post, I really felt like we could have used more movement. Not necessarily a gimbal, because that big old camera, you need a huge gimbal for it. So, you know, then there's a case for all of the smaller cameras. Could we have just shot it on that? Or could we have brought in the Pocket, not the Pocket 6K, but the Cinema 6K, the Cine 6K Cine? Could we have just brought in the 6K Cine and shot some of that stuff on there? Maybe. A gimbal does wonders when you know what you want to do with it. But all that being said, we still made it work. And, you know, so again, I'll show it to you at the end of this video. Just wanted to come in and talk about what we did and how we did. And hopefully it inspires you to go out there and create something for yourself so that you can knock it out of the park and do a good job. I will see you guys on the next one.